Right, fine. So I hope no one is there to submit. So I'm just closing the poll, 21. Okay. So still anyone is there, guys? Just quickly submit it. I'm going to end the poll once.
Sorry to interrupt you, Sanmug. What are the things needed to be submitted?
Uh,
I,
can you see
I,
the poll on your screen?
yeah.
That's it. You have to answer it and you have to click on submit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chandan, you're going to submit or you want me to end the poll?
Yeah, I'm going to submit. Just a second.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So guys, that's it. I'm going to end the poll. Okay. Yeah.
Done. I have submitted a few questions,
No.
answers.
Okay, fine. Okay, so let me download results. View from browser. Download results also it will ask. Let me check whether I'm able to access or not. This is Source University. Okay. There. Then let's go and check view results from browser. Right. Okay. So you're able to see, right? All your answers and all on your screen. Right. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
SQL Server is a dash software, guys. Most of you answered right. 100% RDBMS software. Very good. And who is the father of RDBMS? Very good.
EF code.
So 80% is people answered correctly. It's a Professor EF Cod. So others may be confused. KG Cod, KG Chod, KF Pod. So these are all wrong answers, guys. Four people right answered wrong. So they selected wrong option. And data in RDBMS is stored in the form of tables. Very good. Okay. And a table is a collection of rows and
Rows and
columns
code.
and related data entries. Okay. Both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. A table is the collection of rows and columns and related data entries also. No one selected this one. That's okay, fine. At least 7 people selected both 1 and 2. So the correct answer is both 1 and 2, guys. Correct answer is both 1 and 2. Okay. So identify the correct answer. These are the SQL versions, guys. The second one, SQL Server, right? SQL Server 2000, 2005, 2008, 2008 are 2. 17 people answered correctly. And 2001, 2005, 8 are 2. 2001 is not a SQL version. Okay, it's a wrong answer. And one person selected 2000, 2003. So we don't have SQL Server 2003. Okay, we don't have SQL Server 2003. Again, SQL versions and Windows Server versions should be on tip of your tongue. You have to by heart. That's for sure. Very, very important. The first question is like, and what and all versions you work till now? That is the first question in the interviews, guys. So you have to by heart these versions in case if you are not able to remember. Okay. Identify the correct answer related to the Windows Server. Windows Server 2000, 2003, 88R2 is the correct answer. So Windows Server 2000, 2005. We don't have Windows Server 2005. Windows Server 2006 also. This is the wrong answer. And even Windows Server 2000, 2005. We don't have Windows Server 2000. Okay. And no one selected this one. So that's fine. And on what Windows Server versions we can install SQL Server 2016. So Windows Server 2012, 2012 R2, 2016, 19. Actually, if you see here, 12, 12 R2, 14, 16. We don't have Windows Server 14. So this is the wrong answer. Windows Server 2008, 8 R2, 12, 12 R2. So the same answer multiple times I have selected or what? Okay, this one 8. Okay, fine. So this is the correct answer, guys. 12, 12 R2, 16 and 19 is the correct answer. SQL Server 2016, right? Minus 7 plus 7. 2016 minus 7, which will be 2009. 2016 plus 7, which will be 2023. So 2009 to 2023. So we have 2012. In between, we have 2012, 2012 R2, 2016, 2019. So these are the Windows servers that will help you, that will allow you to install the SQL Server 2016, guys. And that is the last one. Okay, seventh question is the last one. Yeah. So thank you, guys. Thanks for submitting the quiz and all. Good participation. And yeah, one or two that's common. Okay, you'll be confused. That will be a second day, right? So that will sometimes will be confused. So just have to practice. So let's jump into the session. So in the last class, we discussed about the SQL Server versions. So SQL Server 2000, 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. These are the SQL Server versions, guys. And then we also discussed about the Windows Server versions. Windows Server 2000, 2003, 8, 8R2, 12, 12R2, 16, 19, 22. So these are the Windows Server versions. And then till SQL Server 2016, SQL Server is a platform dependent, means you can install SQL Server only on Windows operating systems. Up to 2016, SQL Server is platform dependent. Up to 2016 means 2000, 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, 14, 16. These are all platform dependent. That means you can install SQL Server only on Windows platforms, either desktop OS or server operating systems. From 2017 onwards, 2017, 2019, 2022, these are all platform independent. You can install SQL Server on Windows as well as Linux machines also. You can install SQL Server on Windows as well as Linux machines also from 2017 onwards, right? We'll discuss about this CTP, RC, RTM and build number. Then we'll discuss about the additions of the SQL Server. Then we'll see based on the time and all. So we'll discuss about the infrastructure, like what is virtual machine, what is a physical machine, difference between virtual machine and physical machine. So we'll try to slowly jump into the demo based on the time, guys. Right. So
Shenmugh, I have one.
yes, yes, please.
So Windows also OS and Linux also OS. What is between different between
See,
Windows and Linux?
Windows is a GUI mostly. Windows is a GUI, graphical user interface, like that. Yesterday we discussed it, right? If you want to create any folder and all, you can
Yes,
create folders. You can do the work. Most of the work, 95% work, you can do it using GUI in Windows. In
yes.
Linux also we have GUI, but 95% of Linux machines will manage using command, 5% will use GUI. Here 95%
Okay,
of Windows machines will use GUI, 5% will use command, 5 or 10% whatever it is. And when
yes.
compared to Windows machines, Linux machines are more secured. It's easy to hack
Okay,
Windows machines, but it's not so easy to hack Linux machines and all. Okay.
okay, okay.
To
Thank you.
to to manage Linux machines, you should know the queries, commands, whatever it is. Okay, so you should know these things to manage, to connect to Linux machines, to work with Linux machines and all. So you should know some
Mhm.
queries kind of thing. Okay, that is the difference.
Okay,
And
okay.
Windows
Thank you.
like is a paid what I can say licensed copy, whereas Linux is a free copy, open source. You also can download
Okay,
that Linux and you can also design your own Linux, your own operating system with the Linux.
okay. Uh-huh. Okay, thank you.
Okay, right. So now let's discuss about this CTP, RC, RTM. What is this CTP, RC, and RTM? CTP means Community Technology Preview. CTP means Community Technology Preview, whereas RC released candidate. So what is this CTP and all? Now you can see we have different versions of SQL servers, right? So for example, they want to introduce SQL Server 2025. They want to introduce SQL Server 2025. So if they want to introduce any new version, they will start working before an year or 1.5 year or 2 years. They will start working on it. They will try to check the features of other database softwares, what and all new features are there, what we can improve, what we can extend, what we can add, extra features and all, how we can improve this. So they will design the software. People, the engineers will be there. They are going to design and they are going to, okay, build this new product SQL Server 2025. So now if you are building any new product, generally, if you are building any new product, definitely there will be some bugs, guys. Bugs, issues. There are some bugs. Definitely. Why? Because that's a software. So when you are designing a software or any package, you have to think multiple ways. You should like think not 100,000 ways you have to think. Why? Because it depends upon the use case. You might get extra bugs and all. You might get extra bugs and all. So you have to take care of it, guys. So whenever any product you are introducing to the market, it's very common that you are going to get some bugs. So bug is different, error is different, guys. Bug means the faulty behavior of the application is called bug. Means which is not working as expected. When you are clicking on the login button, it is not going to the login page. That is a bug. When you are clicking on the login button, if you are getting an error, that is an error. Error is different, bug is different, guys. So when you click on login page, what is the expected behavior? It should go to login page, but it is not going. That is a bug, which is not working as expected. That is a bug. So whenever you are introducing a new product, the people in that team may think in 100 ways or 1,000 ways. But when it was introduced to the market, 1,000 people, 1,000 companies will use in 10,000 ways. So they might face extra bugs and all. So generally, I'll give the same example in every batch. When MSET was introduced on OMR sheets, you know, right? OMR sheet and all. So when MSET was introduced on OMR sheet, either first or second, what happened is like one guy got 160 by 160 marks, guys. One guy got first or second attempt. I mean to say, not attempt, the second year of the OMR sheet introduction. So one guy got 160 by 160 marks. So don't know what happened. Everyone thought that he worked like he did a hard work and he just studied and like finally achieved like that. Everyone thought that. But don't know who got the doubt. Someone has checked his OMR sheet. So when he checked that OMR sheet, what happened is he just marked all options A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D for every question. For every question, he marked all the options, guys. Are you getting my point, guys? If you can see on the screen, you have to mark any of the option, either A or B or C or D. Okay, so when it is correcting, it will check whether answer is marked or not. For example, for first question, the answer is C. If C is marked, then you will get 1 mark. If C is not marked, then you will not get any mark. Whether that guy knowingly or unknowingly, he just marked A, B, C, D for each question. So now how that software is checking whether the correct answer is marked or not, it is checking. The engineers who designed that software, what logic they wrote, guys? If the correct answer is marked, give 1 mark. They forget about other options. If more than one answer is marked, it has to be invalid. That logic also they have to add. They did not added that logic. So they just added only one logic called if the correct answer is marked, give that answer. I mean to say give 1 mark. So when you marked all A, B, C, D, at least one, definitely one answer should be marked, right? So if you mark all A, B, C, D, it should be invalid. but the engineer who designed that logic, okay, he didn't added that logic into the code. So unknowing, like, the computer, he just gave 160 by 160 marks to the candidate. This is the bug, guys. So the faulty behavior of the application. So generally, if you like, when Microsoft is introducing any new products and all, we'll have generally like, it will offer some money. Not only Microsoft, some big companies will offer you some money if you're able to find some bugs in the games. If you're able to find games, people, they will earn money by finding the bugs also. This kind of business is also there. So when you are introducing any new product to the market, it is very common that you will get some bugs and all. When Microsoft is trying to introduce SQL Server 2025, for example, there might be some bugs. So what it will do, it will first introduce the CTP copy. CTP is a copy. We can say test copy. It will first introduce a test copy. The first test copy is called CTP, Community Technology Preview. So Microsoft will introduce this CTP 2025 to the Microsoft community. Who can download this? Microsoft community people can download this. So if you are a member of Microsoft community, you will get early access to SQL Server 2025. You can download it, you can practice it, you can see what and all new features, you can see whether they are working properly fine or not. You can just play with that 2025 copy. If you found any new bugs, if you found any bugs and all, you can inform to Microsoft team, or using error reporting and all, it is going to collect some reports, right? So this is how it will work. Means CTP is a first test copy of any new software package. So once it was introduced to the market, then people, the community people will install it. They will play with it. If they found any bugs and all, they will inform to Microsoft. They will send an email to Microsoft. If anything has to be changed, they will give their suggestions and all to the Microsoft. Microsoft will scrutiny all the suggestions, all the bugs and all, and they are going to fix the bugs, and they will release the second test copy to the market. That is called RC copy, released candidate. This is called RC, released candidate. In that also there can be some bugs. So that also you can download, you can install, you can play with it. Guys, these two are free copies. That doesn't mean you can install these two on production servers. Guys, you cannot install free softwares on production servers. It's illegal. Okay? You cannot install free software products. That is only for testing purpose. You can play with it. You cannot install any free softwares. Means if it is totally free, if you are ready, if you are good to use on production also, then no issues. But like, this is free for only particular environment, like that if they mention, means you have to use it on particular environment only. So Shanmukh, how they get to know in case if I'm installing on production, how they came to know those things and all? In every organization, every year, Microsoft team will do an auditing, guys. So if you are using 100 copies and you are paying money to 10 copies of SQL servers, okay, they are going to take a legal action on you. So they are not going to come to your office and they are not going to jump into every server. They will not check. They will run some PowerShell scripts. They will get each copy, each component, each software from Microsoft, what and all you are using, whether you, yes, whether that's a licensed copy or not, everything they are going to check it, and they are going to verify valid. They are going to verify all the things and all. If you are good, then that's okay. Otherwise, it will impose millions of dollars of fine, guys. So you cannot install these two copies on the production server. This is only for testing purpose. You can just play and you can give your suggestions to the Microsoft. So Microsoft is going to fix those bugs. And finally, it will release the refined copy of SQL Server to the market, that is called RTM copy. So the first copy that you are installing on the servers is your RTM copy. Are you getting the point, guys? That is, this is good to go. You can install this on your servers directly. You can play with it. No, no, not play. I mean to say, you can install it. You can work with it, guys. So this is called RTM. So whenever you're installing any new software, any new version of SQL Server, so you can see RTM. You can see RTM copy, SQL Server 2019 RTM, the base copy of SQL 2019. SQL Server 2022 RTM, the base copy of SQL 2022. So like that, every new version, every SQL version will have an RTM copy. That is the first copy that we will install on the servers. Shanmukh, after that also, if you are getting any bugs and all, it's very common. Bugs will get it, vulnerabilities will get it. Then how they are going to fix it? By using a mechanism called patching. In case after installing, after working, also there are some bugs, then they are going to fix those bugs using patchings, guys, using an update. Microsoft will release some updates. If you install those updates, that is called patching. Patching means what? Installing the updates is called patching. So if you are going to install those updates, then the bugs and all will be cleared, guys. This is the difference between, that's why I just mentioned service packs and cumulative updates. These are the updates from the Microsoft. Still, after installing RTM, if there are any bugs are there, or suddenly one virus attack is there on the SQL Server, like ransomware. Ransomware is a virus. If that kind of virus attacks are there suddenly, don't know, right? Virus will always, like throughout the globe, the hackers will always try to hack some systems. So if any hacker like created any new virus, they can simply use the virus to attack the machines. And also that's why, in case if any vulnerabilities are there, if any security issues are there, if any new virus attacks are there, if any bugs are there, Microsoft will release the updates. Those updates are called service pack updates or cumulative updates. Is it clear, guys? Difference between CTP, RC, RTM? Everyone?
Yes, and Shanmugh, like, is this patching work is also our
Yes, yes, that is our
responsibility?
responsibility. Yes, as a DBA, we have to patch the servers. So
Okay,
depends, 90% is we have to manually patch it, 10% is maybe they will go for automation and all, but that is our responsibility only.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. Questions, guys?
Shanmugh, I have a question.
Yeah, Jay, tell me.
So, so if they released one RTM pack, and if it has a secure vulnerability, then after losing the data, if they apply the service pack, also there is no use, right?
It's not like that. See, yeah. Depends. See, that's why we will have a backup strategy in the organization. Okay, so if someone entered into the systems and if they deleted the data, means if there is no backup, then that is a big mistake. So on a regular basis, we'll take the backups for all the databases. We have different types of backups. Some backups will take the whole database on a weekly basis. Again, we have differential backups, log backups, which will take for every 15 minutes automatically. So when we have, in case if that is the case, your question is valid. If someone jumped into the server and they deleted the data, so in that scenario, you don't see any data in your databases. But if you're having a regular backups, you can at least, okay, reclaim your data using the existing backups and all. Generally, that is not at all possible, but still, your question is valid, so we can achieve that using your backups. Okay, or by mistake if someone deleted the data, some by mistake if someone deleted data, in that scenario, what we have to do? We can use the backups to get the data, to restore the data, to recover the data. Okay, Jay?
Yeah, sir. What if it, in case it's a banking like database?
That's what. See, if you are
We
giving
can.
all critical situations, what we can do? Okay.
Okay.
We can give always we can go for alternatives. And if you are closing all the doors, Shanmukh, how you will go? Show me. No option, right? So we will try to recover the data, even though it is a banking, the process is same. Still, generally, it's very impossible to hack the banking systems. That kind of measures they will take. But still, if there is a chance, using backups, we have software, application level backups, machine level backups. Using those things, we can recover the data. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Right. Now let's jump into the other concept called bill number. So what is this bill number? Bill number is nothing but which will help you to identify the version of the SQL Server and to check whether your SQL Server is patched or not. Okay, build number will help you to check the version of the SQL Server, and it will also help you, okay, to find out whether your SQL Server is patched. Patch means, again I'm saying, just installing the updates called patching, guys. Okay, so build number will help you to find the version of the SQL Server and to check whether SQL Server is patched or not. Okay, first let me show you the SQL Server, guys. Just since yesterday we are discussing SQL Server. Just let me show you how it will be. So for that we'll use one tool called SSMS. You don't worry, I'll tell you how to install SSMS. What is the use of the SSMS? There is a separate session on SSMS. Only on the SSMS tool we have a separate session. So don't worry. So just to show you how the SQL servers, okay, just to show you, I'm just opening SSMS and I'm going to connect to the SQL Server, guys. Okay, you don't worry, all these things will be discussed. So build number generally contains 4 parts, guys. Build number generally contains 4 parts. Okay, first part is major version dot minor version dot actual build number dot revision history. Okay, build number contains 4 parts. Major version dot minor version dot actual build number dot revision history. So let me show you where we can find this build number, guys. So this is the management studio. Using this management studio, I can connect to any SQL server. If it is up and running, then I can connect to any SQL server. See, this is how it looks like, guys. This is one SQL server. Now, tell me, guys, which version it belongs to. We have different versions of SQL Server, guys. Can anyone tell me this server belongs to which version? Which version of SQL Server it is?
2019.
Very good. Very good. It's actually belongs to 2019. How he is able to tell the answer, guys? Can you see anywhere? 2019?
Bill number 15.0.
15.2. Right.
Very good. Now, if you go and check the same table yesterday, if you install SQL Server 2000, the build number starts with 8.0. If you install SQL Server 2005, it will starts with 9.0. If you install 2008, the build number starts with 10.0. If you install SQL Server 2008 R2, the build number starts with 10.50. Anjan, please be muted. If you install SQL Server 2012, okay, the build number starts with 11.0. 2014 12.0, 2016 13.0, 2017 14.0, 2019 15.0, 2022 16.0. So if you see here, 2019, what is the build number, guys? How it will start? 15.0. Can you see here? Can you see here the build
Yeah.
number? So if you see here 15.0, that means it belongs to SQL Server 2019. You cannot directly see like this, guys. Otherwise, there is a query. To find out the version, we have a query that will be discussed. But by just looking the instance name, by just looking the build number, you should be able to identify the version of the SQL Server. So if you see 9.0 here, it's a 2005 server. If you see 10.0 here, it's a 2008 server. If you see 10.50 here, 2008 R2 server. If you please be muted, Anjan. Any questions? If you
No,
see,
sorry.
no problem. If you see 2000, I mean to say 11.0, it belongs to 2012 instance. If you see 12.0, it belongs to 2014 instance. 13.0, 2016, 14.0, 2017, 15.0, 2019, 16.0, 2022. Let me check whether we have 2022 copy also. I guess it will be 2019 only.
Shenmukh, I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
After bill number, what is the 2000.5?
Forget about it. We will discuss. We are going to discuss lot of things. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So just to identify the version, we'll use first two parts, guys. Mostly the second part is zeros only. Only for 2008 R2 we will have 10.50. Mostly the second part is zeros only. Only for 2008 R2 we can see 10.50. Remaining all are like you can just remember the first part. Remaining all are zeros only. So if it is 9.0, if it starts with 9, 2005, 2008, 10.0, 8 R2, 10.50, 12, 11.0, 14, 12.0, 16, 13.0, 17, 14.0, 19, 15.0, 20. So you have to remember these numbers also. Very simple. It will start. No one will ask about 97. Forget, leave it, guys. It will start from 2000, right? Even no one will ask you what is the bill number of 2019. No, they will not ask you in the interviews and all. Just while working, you should be able to identify the version immediately so that you can take the decision as per the version. When you are trying to restore a database from one server to another server, if you can able to identify the version quickly, then you can tell whether we can restore the database or not. Sometimes we cannot restore from higher to lower version. So that you can just immediately can tell by just looking at the bill numbers, guys. Okay, so you have to remember these bill numbers also. And these numbers 9.090, 10.000, 10.50, 100, 11.0110, 12.0120, if you remove that dot, generally you can see these numbers 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. These are all the binaries, the folders that will be created when you install SQL Server. If you see here, let me show you one thing. When you install SQL Server, for example, if you see here, in the C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server, and instance. See here, 80, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 160. These are the folders that gets created when you install the respective versions of the SQL Server, guys. So the second part belongs to folder names, and this one belongs to the bill numbers, guys. 9.0, 10.0, 10.50, 11.0, 12, 13, 14. Hello. రెడీ అయిపోయావా బాయ్ నన్ను వదిలిసి వెళ్ళిపోతావా
Sanmugh, hello.
Yes, yes, please. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
while we actually we install the while we install the SQL Server nowadays system, on that time automatically it will be create that
Correct.
folder in
Yes,
C
yes,
drive.
yes. When you install the SQL Server, automatically those folders will be created. Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you guys again after installation, what and all things, post installation things will be discussed in the next class. Okay. The like we have a separate class on that. But when you install the, for example, you install 2005, 90 folder will be created in the C program files, Microsoft SQL Server. If you install 2017, 140 folder will be created in your C program files, Microsoft SQL Server. The 2017 related files will be stored in that file, in that particular folder, guys. So now is it clear, guys? The bill numbers and folders, these are called compatibilities, we can say. No, don't play. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Anna.
So the third
Yes.
part and the fourth part belongs to actual bill number, means third part and fourth part will tell you whether your SQL Server is patched or not. Okay. The third part and fourth part will tell you whether any updates are applied or not. SQL Server builds.blogspot.com. Say for example, if you see here, I'll show you all the versions with bill numbers. For example, now you see here 2019. Okay, see here 2019 15.0.2000.5. So when you install an RTM copy for the first time, you will get this 15.0.2000.5. When you patch this SQL Server with the updates, okay, see here, you can just check from here, 2000, right, 15.0.2000.5. This is your RTM copy. So if you apply one update, this is one GDR update, GDR1 update, then the actual bill number and revision history will be changed. And if you apply one more update, see, this is another security update of GDR. See, again, the bill number will be changed. The actual bill number will be changed. And again, one more update, which was released on February 8th, 2022. If you apply that update also again, okay, your actual bill number will be changed. 2080, 2090, 95, 2101, 2104. Like that, when you are applying the security updates, when you are applying the updates, okay, then really the actual bill number and revision history will be changed. The major minor version both should be same. The third part and fourth part will be changed, guys. So for 2019, just 2000 is the base. If you see 2000.5 means this was not yet patched. If the number is different, then you can easily identify this was patched. No need to remember all these numbers just to tell you whether the server is patched or not. Just to identify whether the server is patched or not. That's it. This third number and fourth number will helpful. Otherwise, no need to remember. Why? Because a lot of numbers will be there. How many numbers you can remember? So when you apply any new patch, for example, the latest patch for SQL Server 2019 is U28. This is the latest one, which was released on August 1st. So when you apply that CU28 on RTM, your bill number will be changed from 2000 to 4385.2, guys. Is it clear now? Is it clear, everyone? So the
Yes, Anna.
third number and fourth number is responsible for the updates in case if any updates are applied. In case if any updates are applied, then these numbers will be changed.
Sir, how can we identify which is, I mean, this is patched and not patched?
That's what, see, you can see the base version. If you are able to remember the base version, that is one option. Shanmukh, I cannot remember. See, for example, if you go back, you can, 1 minute, guys, just 1 minute.
Samuk, one thing is, this batch number is required to remember, or else we will get any interview question.
Yes, yes. Again, just now we discussed. No need to remember any numbers. That is not at all possible to remember all these numbers. Why? Because you are not dealing with a single version. See how many versions are there, how many numbers you can remember. No one will ask you questions on this. Maybe while patching, they might ask you what is the latest update for 2019, what is the latest update for 2022. That's it. When you patch 2022 with the CU15, what number you will get it? Generally, no one will ask. Why? Because they also don't know. Maybe if they are like connected to any server and if they can see, or maybe if they are using any this kind of website, they can see. Otherwise, no one can remember. First question, first answer. And the second one, someone asked, what is that? Like how to check whether it was patched or not. These are the base numbers. If you can remember base numbers, that is fine. If not, you can simply run one query, select @ version. When you run that query, it will tell you the version of the SQL Server, and it will also tell you whether your SQL Server is patched or not. Don't worry, what is this query, how to parse it, how to execute it, how many ways we can execute it, how to open new query window, how many ways we can open new query window. All these things will be discussed separately. I'm just running one query using this execute button. So when you just run this query, you can see in the brackets RTM. RTM it is showing means it is not yet patched till now. If it was patched, what it will show here, Shanmukh? If you patch with the CU1, CU2, CU3, what is this CU1, CU2, CU3? All these things will be discussed in the patching. Don't worry. So if you patch the SQL Server, then it will show you the update, that patch number you can see here. If you patch with the CU28, which is latest update, RTM-CU28 you can see. In that way, you can identify this was patched or not. This number, anyhow, this number will be changed, but we cannot remember the numbers, right? So when you run this query, if it is only showing RTM, then it was not patched. 1 minute, guys, just 1 minute. Right. Right. Okay. So this is how you can identify in case if it was not patched, it will simply show you RTM. This is just base copy. If you patched after RTM, you can see hyphen the patch number, whether CU1 or CU2 or CU3. What is the CUs and all, as it is very early to discuss. Okay. So in the patching class will be discussed, but someone asked the question, right? For that I am answering. So RTM and the update number you can see in the output, guys. Is it clear now?
Yes, Anna.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the bill numbers, guys, and this is how, okay, you can identify the version of the SQL Server, and this is how you can identify whether SQL Server is patched or not. Okay. Bill number contains four parts: major version dot, minor version dot, actual bill number dot, revision history. So major version, minor version will help you to identify the version of the SQL Server. Actual bill number, revision history will help you to check whether the SQL Server is patched or not. Now let's jump into editions. So we discussed about the versions, guys. Now let's discuss about the edition. So what is this edition? Edition is nothing but limitations to the features in the software is called edition. The limitations, say for example, now I am using Zoom, right? So for example, if I want to buy Zoom licensing and all, if I want to buy Zoom licensing. So now if you can see here, I can see multiple plans, a basic plan, okay, and we can see premium plans, enterprise plans, business plans, pro plans. These are all the plans. Now you see here, if you go with the basic plan, now you will get these features. Okay, every meeting will be up to 40 minutes max. Once 40 minutes is over, the meeting will be closed automatically. So if I am using a basic plan, every 40 minutes the class will be closed automatically, guys, which will create a lot of problems. Sometimes they will think, okay, class is overflow, they will not reconnect. So if you go for basic plan, you will get these features. Meeting will end in 40 minutes. Maximum 100 participants can attend, and whiteboard feature, team chart, mail and calendar, clips basic, and notes, docs basic. So this is a free plan. So everything is limited, right? Everything is limited. So actually features are there, but he's limiting the features. Now you see here, if we can pay 1100 per month, then each meeting can go up to 30 hours. Mail and calendar feature, clips plus AI, right? Artificial intelligence companion, docs unlimited, cloud storage it will give, they will give 5 GB cloud storage for your cloud recordings and all, essential apps and all, you will get it. So if you go for some extra, if you can spend some extra money, the features will be unlocked here up to 100 participants. But if you can pay 1665 per month, it will be unlocked everything including pro. And apart from that pro features, you will get all these features like participants can grow up to 300 people you can add in a single meeting. So features are there, but as per the pricing, they are unlocking the features, means they are limiting the features. So this is called edition. This is basic edition. This is pro edition, business edition, business plus edition, enterprise edition. We have different editions also, enterprise edition. So like that we can see based on that different editions, you can, whatever is suitable to you, you can just buy it. So in the same way in SQL Server also, we have different editions, guys. So we have different editions. Like the famous editions are Express edition, which is free edition. Free means what, guys? Are you going to get everything for free? No, right?
No.
So free edition,
No, sir.
Express edition is free. But earlier we discussed one point. If it is free, can we install it on the production servers, guys? No, we cannot install
No,
the
sir.
free editions on the production. So that is one limitation. And in the Express edition, the database size is maximum 10 GB, guys. That's it. If your database is 11 GB, it will not support. And in the Express edition, sorry, in the basic edition, which is an Express edition, okay, there is no agent for automation and all. Lot of limitations are there. There is no agent for automation. Database size is up to 10 GB and you cannot use it on the production servers. These are all the challenges with Express edition. Like a free plan in the Zoom. Then we have one more edition called Evaluation edition. Evaluation edition will be free for 180 days. Again, free means you cannot use it on the production. And after 180 days, it will be expired. So these are all the challenges of evaluation. No one will ask you what are the challenges of Express evaluation, just to understand the things. That's it. Directly, if I tell enterprise edition, Shanmukh, what is enterprise edition? So it will create some confusion, right? Just to compare, just to give you an idea what is enterprise edition, what is edition and all, we are discussing. Developer edition is also a free edition. From 2017 onwards, Microsoft is giving the developer edition for free. Then the developer edition, all the features will work and you don't have any limitations. Developer edition is equals to enterprise edition. How enterprise edition will work, developer edition is also will work in the same way with all the features. But it is free. Free means can we install it on the production? No, we cannot install it on the production. So developer edition you can install it on the non-prod servers. So guys, because of this decision from Microsoft, what decision? Up to 2016, you have to pay money to the developer edition also. Up to 2016, you have to pay money to the developer edition also. Okay, developer edition can be used on the non-prod environments only. So non-prod environments, if you are using SQL Server, you have to pay the money on the non-prod environments up to 2016. But from 2017 onwards, what they did is they just gave it for free. SQL Server 2017, 2019, 2022 developer editions are free. Now you tell me why they are giving it for free, guys. Microsoft is a big company. It is giving, see, in every organization when compared to production, you will have a lot of non-production servers. If one product for one production, four or three, minimum to minimum, three, four non-prod servers will be there. Test servers, dev servers, stage servers, QA servers. For one prod, they are going to lose four licensing. So why still they are giving it for free? Any idea?
I think
They want to
independent platform released from 2017.
No, no.
now they want to update every SQL Server to latest version.
Very good,
I
very
think.
good, very good, super. Why? Because in case if your lower environment is 2017, can I use higher environment which is production 2014, 2016? Is it possible, guys? Not possible, right? What is your lower environment? The same should be on the higher environment. Then only the testing and all will be good. So if your lower environment is 2017 and if you are using 2016, 2014 on the higher environment, so which is not good, guys. It's not perfect testing. It is not perfect for testing and all. So that's why if they are giving lower environment for free, you will all try migrating to 2017. Okay, so that your lower environment will be migrated to 2017 means your higher environment also should be migrated to 2017. So you have to pay extra money when compared to the free that you are getting from the Microsoft. Are you getting the point, guys? If iPhone is releasing a new version, they will stop supporting old version. Why? If still they are supporting the older version, people will not, I mean to say, not all, some people will not try to buy new versions. So that is a loss for him. So that's why they will stop supporting. That is the case because of that reason. So from 2017 onwards, Microsoft giving this developer edition for free. So you can install this developer edition in all your non-prod servers. So once your non-prod servers are using 2017, 2019, 2022, so your prod servers also has to use the same version. Otherwise, the testing and all will not be perfect, guys. Clear?
So these developer editions particularly for only SQL developers or any
No, no,
work
no, 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 no,
for
no,
team?
no, no, no. Developer edition is only for developing, means everyone can use it. It's developer edition means that doesn't mean only developers can use it. No, it's not like that. But generally, developers only will use it. But developers will use it means they will ask us to install developer edition for developing the things. So we'll install it. Generally, SQL servers will be used by developers only. That once they design that application, once they design that logic and all, then they are going to use the same logic on the production servers. But even though it is a developer server, dev server, or test server, or QA server, or prod server, so as a DBA, we have to connect and we have to maintain the servers. But generally, dev servers will be used by developers only, but that doesn't mean they only can use it, everyone can use it. Okay,
Got it.
right. So developer edition, standard edition also having some limitations like business plan, business plus plan, enterprise plan, like that. Standard edition is also having some limitations. Limitations in the sense what? In terms of resources like CPU, memory. So for example, if you want to see the clear Shanmukh, I want to see the perfect, I mean to say, what and all challenges are there with the developer edition or standard edition. If you want to see, you can just type, okay, enterprise edition or standard edition versus enterprise edition SQL Server. You can just type it. You will get Microsoft, okay, website. You can see what kind of edition challenges are there. Okay, if you can see here, you can compare it, guys. You can see one table, see here. If it is enterprise, if it is compute capacity, maximum compute capacity, CPU cores, max server memory. So these are all belongs to, see here. This is your memory. The enterprise edition is supporting unlimited cores, operating system maximum, unlimited memory. Okay, and your database size also up to 524 petabytes it will support. And if you go and check the standard edition, it will maximum support 24 core CPUs only. Only 24 cores it will support. And max RAM it will support up to 128 GB only. And 32 GB, these are some features. Maximum memory per column store and all. So like this you can see, and maximum database size is 520. You can see, guys, now the difference between the enterprise and standard editions in terms of resources like CPU, in terms of resources like memory, database size. These are the difference, guys. Enterprise edition supports operating system maximum CPUs, whereas your standard edition will support up to 24 core CPUs. Enterprise edition will support maximum RAM, operating system maximum RAM, whereas your standard edition will support up to 128 GB RAM. So like that depends upon the edition. Okay, depends upon the edition. Generally, there are some limitations. So that is called edition. The famous editions in SQL Server are your developer edition, standard edition, enterprise edition. So in the non-prod, generally people will install developer edition. In the production, if it is a small application, they will install standard edition. If it's a big application, critical application, they will use enterprise edition. Enterprise edition is the highest edition in the SQL Server. This is the highest edition, guys, in the SQL Server. Okay, so costly. Amount wise also it's very costly. So these are all the different editions, okay, that we can see in the SQL Server, guys. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. So work will remain same in standard edition and
Same.
enterprise
See, you
edition.
don't know whether this is a standard edition, enterprise edition, developer edition, work wise, features wise, same, just limitations in terms of resources. Okay, enterprise edition also, if you connect, you can see same options, same features. This is how same it look like. There is no difference at all. If you connect to standard edition of SQL Server, if you connect to enterprise edition of SQL Server, same edition. The every concept is same. How you are taking backups on developer edition, you will take the backups on all the other edition. Only see, if it is a Zoom, if I am taking business plan, business pro plan, the interface is same, right? Only maximum capacity that you are going to get extra features. That's it. But the interface will not be changed in the same way, even though it's a developer edition or enterprise edition or standard edition. The same thing you can see, but in terms of resources, okay, there are plus or minus, like that we have some limitations. Clear?
Okay, now thank you.
Yeah. Fine. So now let's discuss about the environment, guys. So we'll slowly jump into the demo, but I don't think we can install the VMs today. It will take time. So let's try to understand the server architecture, how it will be. Okay, how the server's architecture and all it will be. Let's try to understand, guys. Okay, so let's go with this drive. So now listen carefully. Now I want to install SQL Server. What is the process? I want to install SQL Server, guys. Okay, process. I will not directly install SQL Server, just I'll tell you the process. Process to install SQL Server. For example, if you are building any, like if you are constructing any building, what is the process, guys? Generally, you tell me, what is the first process?
Plan.
Plan approvals. First, you have to buy the site, correct? And then you have to go to engineer. You have to draw one plan, and that plan has to be approved by the authority, local authority. And then once it was approved, then you are going to like start with the columns, the basement, the columns, and then pillars will get it the columns, and then walls, and then mold concrete. Once it's completed, walls. Once it's completed, the plastering and all. Once it's completed, putty, painting. Once it's completed, wiring work will be there. Once it's completed, interiors. Once it's completed, whatever things you want to add, you can add it. So this is the process, right? This is how we are going to construct the home. Now, if I want to install SQL Server also, there should be a platform, right? So I want to install SQL Server. SQL Server is an application. So where I can install the application, guys? On the operating system. Where I can install this operating system? On any machine. Machine means your server. Server means your laptop, I can say. So first I need machine. Machine means how I can create machine. There are two different types of machines. One is BM and second one is VM. What is BM, guys? Can anyone tell me what is BM?
Bare metal.
Very good. Okay, bare metal. So first, physical machines. We can say these are the physical machines. If you go to engineering college labs, generally you can see lot of computers, right? If it is a big college and all, you can see maybe 100, 150 computers and all you can see. So those are all the computers that you can see, right? You can see, you can touch, you can feel, which are existed physically, physical machines, we can say. What is physical machine, guys? Physical machine, I can see it, I can feel it, I can touch it. That is called physical machine. Your mobile phone is a physical machine, physical device. You can see your phone, you can touch your phone, you can feel your phone. That is called physical machines. Earlier, not now, earlier, when computers are invented, if you go to any server rooms, guys, very big buildings are there. In every floor, lot of servers which will generate lot of heat. To cool that, we have to provide again separate cooling system. Why? Because in a server room, if you go inside a server room, the hard disks and all, like, they are going to write continuously, right? And the fan and all will rotate, so continuously it will generate a heat. If multiple machines are generating the heat, the room become overheat and the components in the room or the computer will be damaged. So that's why to cool down, we'll provide a cooling system. So if you go to like previously 2000, 2005, like that, 2008, we can see all are physical machines only. To maintain the servers, they use it to build a separate building, and they use it to set up the servers and all in that building. Floors and floors it will be. Slowly the new technology was invented, right? The new technology, new add-ons will be there. Then slowly the bare metals are converted into virtual machines. What is this VM, guys? Virtual machines. Virtual machines means will be existed virtually. These machines will be existed virtually, guys. Means you can feel, you can see it, you cannot touch it. If you go to your iPhone Siri, you can feel it, you can see it, but you cannot touch Siri. If you go to Android, Google Assistant, it will help you. You can feel it, you can see it, Google Assistant and all. You cannot touch Google Assistant. So virtual machine also you can feel it, you can see it, but you cannot touch it. It will be existed virtually. Virtual assistant means you know, right? It will give you a help virtually. So that is called virtual machines. Later, once this virtual machine technology was introduced, the organization slowly companies have started adapting this virtual machines technology. So earlier 90 percentage, 95 percentage of the physical machines, 5 percentage of the virtual machines. Slowly the physical machines percentage is coming down to 80, 70, 50, 60. I mean to say 40, 20, 10. Now only 5, 10 percentage of physical machines will be there. 90 percentage are virtual machines. Lot of advantages are there. You can save the space. You don't need big buildings like physical machines. Just in one small room itself, you can manage hundreds of servers. In the small rack itself, you can manage different multiple servers. Just one rack, you can manage multiple servers. In your laptop itself also, you can manage multiple servers based on the capacity of RAM, CPU and all. If we don't have virtual machine concept, again to show you I have to buy 3 computers, which is very difficult. Now in my laptop itself, I can install multiple servers, multiple virtual machines, which will act as a separate server. But I can see that server, I can feel it, but physically you cannot touch it. So virtually they will be existed. So that is called virtual machines, guys. So which will existed virtually. So that is the difference between physical machines and virtual machines. So nowadays everyone is using virtual machines only. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, is it clear the difference between virtual machine and physical machine?
Yes, Anna.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Right. So now what we have to do now, if I want to install SQL Server, I should have a platform called operating system. Generally, we'll use Windows operating system only. So where I can install that Windows operating system, I can install that Windows operating system on a machine. Machine means server. Machine means simply it's a server. Windows server we can say. So I can install on VM means directly I can install SQL Server on my laptop. This is called your physical, in my physical laptop. I just installed the SQL Server. Now you can see here. I just installed, I can able to connect. Okay. This is your physical laptop. I can install it directly or I can use virtual machine also. So using virtual machine, I can install operating system. On top of the operating system, I can install SQL servers, guys. So let me show you in a pictorial way. Okay. Now this is your batch 55, right? Let me create a new one. Guys, again I am saying virtual machines will be existed virtually, but based on your physical resources only they will exist. Okay. So now let me try to clear you. So in this process, right? So first I have to create virtual machines. This will be done by Windows team, guys. Windows team or VM team. Virtual machines will be created by Windows team. And installing operating system also will be done by Windows team only. So once this contractor, electrician, plumber, like interior people, once they completed their work, then only we can stay in that home, right? We can go to that home. So in the same way, if you want to install SQL Server, there are multiple teams involved in setting up the environment. First, Windows team will create a virtual machine and they will install the operating system. This is step one. 1 minute, guys, please. Hello. right? So step 1, Windows team has to create VM and they have to install operating system. Step 1. Step 2, we have to get IP address also. Okay, so who will provide IP address and all? Network team will provide, guys. Network team will provide IP address to the machines. Okay, they are going to give some reserved IP addresses and all. Step 3, in case any third party softwares and all has to be installed, the third party, like again Windows team will install, guys. So once it's ready, like the Windows machine, everything is ready, then we can connect to the server, DB team or DBA team. These are all the different teams that will work closely on a daily basis, guys. On a daily basis, you'll connect with a Windows team, you'll connect with a network team, you'll connect with a storage team in case if it is there. You'll connect with the application team. Okay, so DB team will install the SQL Server. In our practice, we don't have Windows team, right? We don't have network team. So you are going to act as a Windows team member. You are going to act as a network team member. You are going to act as a mainly. Our main goal is DBA team, right? So 90% is DBA activities. 10% will also cover this Windows and networking activities. Clear, guys? This is the step, guys. So first, if we want to install, so Shanmukh, who will tell to us to install the SQL Server? So an application team, if they got new project or if they are going for a new application, then as per their needs, they will request DBA team to install the SQL Server. Then they will raise a ticket. So it's not like someone comes to your desk and they will tell in your ear, hey, Shanmukh, please install SQL 2019. No one will come like that. No one will tell like that. Why? Because everything is accountable. Everything is accountable. So they will raise a ticket. What is that, guys? Ticket. Ticket is nothing but one request. Okay. So they will raise a request. Application team will raise a request. We need SQL 2019, 2017, whatever it is. They will raise a request. So for this first, who has to create the this Windows Server, Windows team, right? So this ticket, either it will goes to Windows team or child tickets will be created in that child tickets called C task. Each ticket will have C task. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Very simple. Again, we have a separate discussion on the ticketing tool at the end of the sessions. This is just a process that you have to follow. When you raised a complaint, for example, your internet is not working. Correct? Your internet is not working. What you will do, guys? You will raise a complaint. Right? Why? Why? Because that is the accountability. Using that request, you can track what exactly happening, whether your issue is fixed or not, what is the issue, who will come to fix it, who is going to come and fix it, what is the status of this request. We can track it right easily. Correct, guys? In the same way, if customer is asking to install one SQL Server, so he should know where is the, I cannot directly go and install SQL Server. Where I can install SQL Server? There should be a platform. So he can easily track where exactly it is. So Windows team, first they have to create Windows Server. Then networking side, maybe they have to enable some network paths and all, whatever it is, networking team has to do some network activities. Any other teams are there, they are going to complete their activities. Finally, it will comes to DBA team. Once everything is ready, okay, it will comes to DBA team. Then we have to install SQL Server. So in this ticket, we will have child ticket. C task 1 will goes to Windows team. Once Windows team completed their task, they will close it. Then C task 2, the respective to the next team. Then finally, once everything is completed, the final C task will be there for DBA team. DBA team has to take that ticket and they have to own it first. For example, in your organization, 10 DBAs are there. Who is working on it? Who is working on this request? Someone should be there, right? So you have to own the ticket first. Okay, Shanmukh is working on it. Sunil is working on it. Charan is working on it. Josna is working on it. So in case if some roadblocks are there, application team can contact Josna. They can contact Pratyusha. They can contact Padma. They can contact Charan. They can contact Chandan. And they can ask, hey, what is the status? Any roadblocks are there? Your lead also will ask, hey, what and all tickets are there with you? Any roadblocks you have? Do you need any help from the team? So that you have to own the ticket first. Then you have to start working on it. This is the process of installing SQL Server. This is the process, not technical process, general process. Is it clear, guys, now? Everyone, any questions, doubts?
Shanmugh, I have a
Clear.
question.
Yes, yes, please.
So, you said that child ticket task will be given to DBA team. So we'll first own it. Then there will be like 10 members in that, right?
Hmm.
They will start installing all 10 members, or only one one task will be assigned to one member.
If you own the ticket, why other people will work on the ticket? When they saw the ticket, they will see there is a column called assigned to. If it was assigned to you, no one will touch the ticket.
Okay.
Why? Because you're already started working on it. How? 10 members are there means 10 copies they can't install, right? 10 times your company has to pay, right? So once
Okay.
you own the ticket, others will not touch the ticket unless until if there is no progress on the ticket, generally they will not touch the ticket.
Who will assign these
Yes,
tickets?
depends. Some companies you can assign once you logged into the shift, you have to go to the ticketing tool. You can see how much work is there, what and all tickets are there. You can assign the tickets on your name. Sometimes your lead will assign, sometimes your manager will assign, sometimes application team itself will assign directly to the developers or users, whoever, DBA team. So it depends. Some organizations will follow different strategy. In some organizations, they will follow all the strategies. You can own the tickets, someone will give you the ticket, someone will assign the ticket, so it depends. Okay, so
Maybe
generally,
they have that department.
no department is there, but there is one more department called alert monitoring team. So they will just route the tickets to the respective teams, that's it. But generally, once you logged into the shift, the first thing that you have to do is you have to check your emails and you have to check your ticketing tool, your dashboard, any new tickets came, what and all tickets are there. Sanjay, please be muted. I'm getting some disturbance. What and all tickets are, what and all tickets are there. So if you know the tickets, you can pull it. Sometimes if there is no work, if two, three people are there in the shift, they will fight to pull the tickets. These kind of scenarios also will come. And again, there will be dishum, why you own that ticket? This is my ticket. First, I asked the user to create a ticket. How come you are going to take the ticket? These are all like common things that you are going to see in future. Don't worry. Okay, clear, guys? Are we good?
Yes, Anna, we are good.
Right. So let's try
Yes,
to
Shanmugh, I have a doubt. Hello.
please. Yeah, Charan.
Yeah, if a user directly comes to us and asks for the any SQL Server to check, if that version is not there, then can we directly install? Then again, if not, we need to start from again. First, I
Yes.
mean, we need to check with application.
The first thing is, if that is not there, how the user will ask you to check? It
Yeah,
should be there,
I got
right?
a,
It
yeah,
should be
I got a
there.
doubt on. I got that.
That's true, your doubt is okay. But if it is there, the user will come and ask you to check. If it is not there, how come the user will ask you to check? It should be there, right? If it is, see, SQL Server 2019, customer will ask you to check SQL Server 2019. With SQL Server 2019, either installed instances he might ask you to check, or he might request to install a new 2019. So if it's not there in the sense means it should be there to check. If it is not there, so I'll install 2019 and what will check once you install? Nothing is there to check. So generally, if customer comes to you and if they're asking, hey, please install the SQL Server 2019, sometimes directly customers will ask us to install. Then it's very
Yeah.
important to follow the process. Hey, please raise a request. Once it's approved,
Okay,
then
means
we are
actually,
going to install the SQL Server.
okay, means actually it is as per the user requirement, what they
Yes,
actually
guys,
require
we are
as per
working for
requirement, we
the
will do.
users. At the end of the day, we
Okay,
are working for the users only as per their requirements
what
only.
the version they require, on that base we will install,
Yes,
correct?
why? Because they are going to decide which version is compatible with the application. If they are
Okay, we
not,
will not decide.
no, we are not going to decide. If they are not specific with any version, you have to always install the latest version.
Okay.
Okay, if they didn't mention I need this version, that version, then if they ask just installation, it's good practice to ask which version you need before installing. If not, simply if they tell okay, you can decide, then you have to always use the latest version in your organization, not in the outside. In your organization, what latest version they are following, generally that you have to install.
Is the 2022 correct?
That's what in
Latest
your
version.
see people sometimes they will use latest versions, sometimes they will go for -1. Okay, -1 in the sense the latest version -1 which will be 2019. Okay, so that is an organizational strategy. So in case if your organization is following current version -1, then you have to install 2019. If your organization is giving free hands to you and they are using 2022, you can install 2022. Okay, guys, are we good? Guys, now tell me one
Yes.
thing. Is the classes are too fast? Is that
No,
okay?
it's okay,
No,
Sandeep.
no, it's okay. It's all good.
Everyone,
We
guys.
are
I need
easily
response from
we
everyone.
are easily understand everything.
Okay. What about others, guys?
Also, if you want to talk anywhere, that actually we follow the video also. That
Right.
class.
Yeah. So, guys, any suggestions are there? Just let me know. It will help me. Okay. Fine. So now let's try to understand how the virtual machine concept will work. Okay. So now, even though they are virtual machines, we should provide the resources. Okay. So in your organization, what they will do, they will buy, okay, they will buy the resources like CPU for every machine, for every machine, CPU, RAM, and storage. These three are very important resources, guys. Without these three, I cannot create any machines: CPU, RAM, and storage. So your organization will buy a pool of CPUs, okay, a pool of memory and storage as well. Okay, pool of CPU, memory and storage, guys.
Hmm. Sorry.
To your question, I'm already working at SQLDBA, and that's what exactly we've been asked to do. So I think it's really good, and it's very informative,
Thank you,
of course.
Asika.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. These are the CPUs. Memory. Right, okay. So we'll have a pool of CPU, we'll have a pool of memory, we'll have a pool of storage, guys. For example, very simple example I'll give. For example, you want to cook a food, right? You want to cook some food. So you want to cook some like dal you want to cook. So what you are going to do, you are going to take some dal and you are going to take some ingredients and all, and you are going to mix it and you are going to cook it, right? So the same way, Once they have added resources, then using a separate software, a third party software called virtualization. What is this, guys? Virtualization will help you to take, okay, so using this virtualization concept, for example, if one customer comes to us and they're asking, hey, I need one server with a 32 GB RAM and 8 core CPU or 16 core CPU and some 256 GB hard disk. Okay, now what you have to do, Windows team will do this. We are not going to do this, guys. Windows team using one software called virtualization software. They are going to use the virtualization software and they are going to take some CPUs from the CPU pool and they are going to take some memory from the RAM, the memory pool, and they are going to take some storage from the storage pool, and finally they are going to build a machine. Say for example, here I am having 100 CPU cores, okay, and I'm having um, 1 TB memory, and I'm having 2 TB storage. So now what is my requirement? My requirement is very simple. I need a machine with a 16 core CPU and 32 GB RAM and 256 GB hard disk. So now using this virtualization software, we means the Windows team is going to build the server, guys. Now if you subtract that values like 32 CPU cores minus whatever existing and memory 1 TB minus 32 GB you are using, right, and storage 2 TB minus 256 GB, they are going to allocate these resources to this machine. So that will be done by one virtualization technology. So that is called virtual machine. This is how we are going to create virtual machine, guys. So using virtualization technology, we are going to create virtual machines. So like that, we have a balance, right? So like that, how many machines you want, you can create. Just now I gave you an example, right? Depends upon the dal you have. You can cook for one time, twice. If you have kg dal, twice, thrice, four times. Depends upon the family members, you can cook it. Once it's completed, again you are going to add the dal. In the same way, as per the existing resources, they are going to take the resources and they are going to build the servers. Once the resources are completed, they are going to add the resources to this existing pool and then they can create multiple virtual machines, guys. This is how the virtualization technology will help you. Is it clear, guys, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, Anna.
So we have
Yes.
multiple virtualization technologies in the market to help. Okay, those are called virtualization softwares. Can anyone tell me the examples of virtualization softwares, guys?
Hyper-V,
Very good.
AWS,
VMware.
Very good.
Hyper-V, Oracle VMbox,
Very good. Next, the
BlueStacks,
famous,
Game Loop,
the famous one we have. What is that?
VMware.
VMware.
Oracle, I think.
VMware.
Hyper,
Oracle VirtualBox.
uh,
Okay, and
AWS,
Hyper-V.
VM.
Hypervisor. So these are all the different virtualization technologies. So they can use here they can use VMware, here they can use virtualization. I mean to say the VMware, Hyper-V, or Oracle VirtualBox software. So using that, they are going to create the VM. So how they are creating the VM, that is none of our business. Whether we have the VM or not, that is our business. Once they created the VM, then DBA will connect to this server and they will install the SQL Server on top of this VM. That is the process of installing the SQL Server, guys. Is it clear, everyone, now?
Yes, Shanmugh.
Yes, and
Any questions, doubts? So what is our first process to practice? Now tell me, guys, as per this diagram, what we have to do now?
we have to connect to the server
Which server? Where it is?
Virtual
in
machine.
VM.
Where is the VM? Where is the VM?
First, we have to ready our laptop.
Okay. How we are going to ready our laptop? What we have to install?
We need
Which,
to
so-
install a
which,
virtual machine.
which
We
software?
need to connect through remote.
That's true, but if it is existed, then we can connect through remote. Where is the VM? We don't have any VMs, right, to connect. We have to create the VM. How we can create the VM?
Yes.
Using
We have to
virtualization
create.
software, we can create
Yes.
VM. So now
And
what is the first step to do to create a VM?
yes.
What is the
On
first
top
step?
of that,
We
we
need
have
That's
to
true.
install the
storage and
operating system.
memory.
Correct. Correct. We have storage, we have memory, we have CPU. Now, what has to be done to create a VM?
Operating system.
We have operating system also. Now, what has to be done to create a
Install
VM?
install
Very good.
software.
Very good. Which software? Virtualization software I can install.
Virtual.
First step is we have to install the virtualization software. Then I have RAM. Okay. If you go and check, I'm going to use my existing RAM. Okay. The same example I gave, right? So my machine is having 16 GB RAM. I'll create one machine with 4 GB. So how much RAM I'll have? 16 minus 4. 12 GB
12
RAM
GB.
I can use maximum. If the machine is up and running, the 4 GB RAM will be locked. Are you getting the point, guys? Are you getting the point? So now, if you see here, there are many servers I have created, right? Shanmukh, how you are managing that many servers in this laptop? How? I am using my laptop CPU cores. I am using my laptop storage. I am using my laptop memory. But if you see how many machines are created, multiple machines, around 10 or 12 machines are created. How it was created, guys? How I'm able to create? Because I'm not running all at a time. See, if you see here, this machine, I'm using 2 GB RAM. And this one, 3 GB RAM. This one, 2 GB RAM. 3 plus 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 7. Right? 7 GB RAM. 16 minus 7. When I started these 3 VMs, it will consume my 7 GB RAM out of 16 GB. So can I create hundreds of machines, guys? Actually, I can create. But can I run all the machines at a time? Is it
No.
possible? No. Why? I don't have that much RAM. If I start all the machines, these three machines itself consuming 7 GB. This one will consume 3 GB. 7 plus 3, 10 GB. And this one will consume 2 GB, 12 GB. This one will consume 3 GB, that 15 GB. And my laptop also will consume some base memory, right, to run all these things. So using existing resources, I'm going to create the VMs. So when I'm creating, I'm having 16 GB, I can create multiple VMs. In your case, if you are having 4 GB, can you create multiple VMs? Can you run multiple VMs at a time? Why? You have 4 rupees. Can you give 10 rupees? Is it possible, guys? Not possible, right? So
No.
you have only 4 rupees in your pocket. How you can give 10 rupees? Are you getting the point? So using existing resources, I can create the machines. In the organization, there are separate teams. They will buy and they will add, keep on adding the resources. But in our local laptop to practice, based on the resources that you are having, you can create that many VMs. Now, is it clear, guys, why we have to extend our RAM to 8 GB, 12 GB, 16 GB? Is it clear now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now the first thing that I have to do to create a VM, I have to install a virtualization software. I have already installed Oracle. Throughout our practice, we'll use Oracle VirtualBox only. So some people may be comfortable with VMware, but again, whatever software they are using to create the VMs, that is not our business. At the end of the day, we should get the VM. That's it in the organization. Okay, so try to use Oracle. Why Oracle VirtualBox? That is a lightweight process. VMware needs extra resources. With lightweight memory and all, you cannot run VMware machines. It needs minimum 1 GB RAM for every machine. But with 512 RAM also, you can run Oracle VirtualBox machines. Very simple, lightweight kind of process. That's why I'm using Oracle VirtualBox. But whatever it is, in the organization they might use VMware. In the organization they might use Hyper-V. In the organization they might use Oracle VirtualBox. At the end of the day, we should get the VM. That's it. Then we'll jump into the VM and we'll install SQL Server. See how they are cooking, that is different. Whether there is a food or not, that is our main goal. Like whether they are using some masoor dal or some other dal. No, dal is dal, right? So we should have that resources. So how they are, which software they are using, that is not our business. Whatever software they can use, at the end of the day, we should get the server. Then we'll log into the server and we'll install the SQL Server. Okay, clear, guys? Now what we will do, as I have already, yes, yes, please.
Is there any different additions in this VMware also?
Yeah,
Oracle VirtualBox.
every software generally they will have the editions and all. That's normally they will have. But some applications like this, maybe I haven't seen any editions with Oracle VirtualBox. Maybe you will have different versions. Not maybe. Yes, you will have different versions. So Oracle VirtualBox Enterprise package might be there. Okay, but generally we'll use only one Oracle VirtualBox that is available in the Oracle VirtualBox public domain. Okay, so now what we have to do guys, to begin the practice, we have to install the Oracle VirtualBox. As I have already installed the Oracle VirtualBox, so anyone is going to share the screen, guys? Anyone is going to share the screen? Those who don't have Oracle VirtualBox and those who are connected from the laptop, not from the phone. Anyone is going to share the screen?
Yeah, wait. I'll share the screen.
Okay, very good. Okay. 1 minute, you will be disabled. 1 minute. If any personals are there, please close it. It will be uploaded to the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Fine. So I'm going to give you the access. So guys, I have already installed Oracle VirtualBox. I cannot uninstall and I cannot install again. So that's why I'm not going to install in my machine. So I'm just giving access to others. Where is this? Share screen. Okay, multiple people. Okay. Now you
So
just
usually this like a virtual machines installation,
will be
these
done
are
by
the
the Windows team.
responsibilities Windows
Windows
or
team.
VM team.
Yeah, with that team. So
Okay.
throughout our practice, we don't have Windows team and all, right? That's why we are doing all these things. In the organization, will not create any VMs, will not install any operating systems, will not
Okay, just
install
for
any.
knowledge, we need to know
Just for the
about this.
practice, you should
Okay,
have the
okay.
real-time environment in your hand. So just for the practice, we are doing all these things. But guys, this is not our duty in the organization. You don't worry. Yeah, Majid, you
Yeah,
can
but
try sharing the screen. Yeah.
I think this make you unique in the organization if you are comfortable with the
Yeah.
terminology that they use there and all of that kind of stuff. It make you like, more comfortable doing the task there and
Yes.
make it look good.
You will get a
Whatever I can
complete
say.
overview, like in case if it was stuck at Windows team. But if you are keep on practicing, then you will get an overview what they are doing. So the task is in the Windows bin. You should have an idea, right? What
ये
exactly they
यार
are
मेरा
doing.
स्क्रीन शेयरिंग पे है अभी। आपने बोला ना निकलना है करके और तो फिर क्या
Okay, so for getting overview on the process, it's always good to learn the what I can say, the platform things and all. Fine. You can start sharing it. Majid, Majid,
Yeah,
can you share your screen now?
yeah. Is it okay? Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Are you getting it?
No, I can't see. Guys, can anyone see his screen?
No.
No.
Just click on share button.
Oh.
Okay. And then screen option will be selected. Again, click on share button. Automatically, you can see the screen.
I think there is some issues are coming.
Okay. Okay. We'll do one thing, guys. We'll do one thing. Okay. Anyhow, even though we installed Oracle VirtualBox today, so we cannot install the operating system and all, which will take a lot of time. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, please be muted.
क्या हो गया आपको क्यों नहीं आ रहा शेयरिंग करना?
कौन रहा है उधर से वो करके रख दिया ना ऑन गाड़ी वाला आ जा रहा ना.
वो अलग बात है.
Right. So I didn't give any break, right? So that's it for today. I don't want to dump too much.
No, it can take 5 minutes, bro. Well, because we had dinner. My previous restaurant.
Sorry, Mahbub, I'm not getting you.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. It taking break, bro.
5 minutes for what?
There, PG boarding fees kachkoda.
No. I'm just closing the session, Mahbub.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm closing the session now. So I didn't give any break, guys. So I don't want to dump too many things on the first day itself. So slowly we'll go. Next weekend, Saturday morning, okay, we'll start with Oracle VirtualBox installation, and then I'll show you how to install Windows Server operating system and setting up the RDP. So all these things will be discussed in the coming classes, guys. So the next class will be on Saturday morning 7 a.m. IST. So as discussed, as promised, the 3 classes, okay, the free 3 classes are completed. So remaining, you will get it for the registered students. You will get a new link. Those who are going to complete the registration, they will get the new link, guys. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Shanmugh, what will be the phase 2? Sir?
Just 1 minute. All these things will be covered in your will be discussed in the WhatsApp chat. Yeah, 1 minute, guys. Yeah. So guys, again, so this is the just Abu, you have my number, right? Abu Alsifa, do you have my numbers? My number? Yeah, just ping me. Alsifa, do you have my number? Guys, if you don't have my number, I am just pasting in the chat, meeting chat. Okay, please.
I'm sorry, I was talking to mute. Yeah, I have your number. I'll call you.
Just ping me in the WhatsApp, okay?
I will. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I just posted my number in the chat. Just save this number and ping me in the WhatsApp, guys. We'll discuss about the registration process and all over the WhatsApp, and people who completed the registration will get a new link in the next weekend by Friday. Okay. So yes, any questions you can ping me in the WhatsApp. Any questions? If you don't have my number, I just posted in the chat. Still, if you want, okay, I can just type it here. It's a +91 9902 590 140, guys. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, na.
Okay,
Thank you.
guys. Thank you so much, guys. See you on Saturday morning, 7 a.m. IST.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, Shanmugh.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, bro.
Yeah, bye.
Anna, అది కాదు అసలు అమౌంట్ 2 times పే చేయొచ్చు కదా నా సింగిల్ టైం పేమెంట్ చేయాలా
Mehboob, please ping me in the WhatsApp.
ఓకే ఫైన్
Anything related to the payments, ping me in the WhatsApp.
ఓకే బాయ్
Yeah, thank you. Bye.